The history of the study of pain originated in 1664 with René Descartes traced a pathway through the body with which we felt pain. He said particles of heat activate a spot of skin, which is in turn attached by a fine thread to a valve in the brain, which then opens this valve, allowing the brain to send signals to the affected body part to turn it away from the flame and rub it protectively. This theory remained the dominant perspective on pain until the mid-1960s. In the 1960s, a new theory that was called gate control was formed. The founders of this theory, Ronald Melzack and Patrick Wall, proposed that nerve fibers carry information from the site of injury to two destinations in the dorsal horn of the spinal cord. These are the inhibitory cells and the transmission cells. Signals from nerve fibers excite the transmission cells, and once the signals pass a critical level, pain begins. The job of the inhibitory cells is to inhibit activation of the transmission cells. The name of the gate theory comes from the fact that the transmission cells are the gate on pain, and the inhibitory cells can shut that gate. The modern theory on pain today is that the perception of pain occurs when nerve receptors are stimulated and transmit signals through sensory neurons in the spinal cord. The signals are then sent to the hypothalamus, the part of the brain in which pain perception occurs. From the thalamus, the signal travels to the brain, at which point the individual becomes completely aware of the pain. The organs and structures that are essential to the reading and processing of pain are located throughout the whole body. The first and most obvious organ essential to the whole process of reading pain is your brain. The second organ is your skin, where most nerve receptors are located and where damage normally occurs. The third and final major organ structure that is essential to the process of pain is your bone structure, specifically your spinal cord, which nerve receptors use as protection for their information superhighway. The whole process of sensing pain is entirely dependent on nerve receptors, nerve fibers, and neurons. Nerve receptors permeate almost every part of the body. When stimulated by an injury, they send electrical signals from the site of the injury to the spinal cord. Nerve fibers are the highways on which these signals travel, and they are protected by the bone structure of the spinal cord. Neurons are the finally most essential part of this microanatomy. The neuron is a specialized cell that transmits information to other types of cells and is the basic working unit of the brain. The brain contains between 1 billion and 100 billion neurons, depending on the type of species. Neurons transmit the information received from the spinal cord to the brain, where said information is processed so it can be distributed throughout the rest of the body. All of these parts work together to make a harmonious system capable of fast responses to pain. The system starts when nerve receptors in the skin detect damage after, say, a cat claws you. From the source of the injury, the signals travel up through the spinal cord, where they then cross over the cord and continue up to the brain. Neurons then pass the signals through the medulla in the brain stem, which then triggers pain signals to create automatic body responses. The signals then arrive at the thalamus, and are then distributed to various regions of the brain to finally be processed entirely. I was only able to find one disease that interferes or halts the body's natural ability to feel pain. This disease is called congenital analgesia. Very few people are afflicted by this. Only about 1 in 125 million have it. This disease is a genetic disorder that results in a lack of pain-sensitive nerve endings in the body. This can be disastrous for people. Pain warns people that they are in danger and alerts them to protect themselves. Without pain receivers, people can receive lethal injuries without knowing that they were ever in danger. I hope you have enjoyed my video and found it educational. Thank you.
Hey there, what's in your hand? Dog tags! What's in his blue light? take off, going to space to help these guys, fighting these guys. Got one, got the lightning plasma, but keep shooting the most anticipated. Halo Reach. Global warming is the least of their worries.